I'm on Bella here, who's an interesting little mare, and I thought it'd be nice to just bring the camera with me. She feels pretty quiet today. The reason she's an interesting mare is because she's a little Criollo, and so in her way she's quite clever and sharp and quick thinking. I don't know how much work she did on ranches in South America before she came, to this country, but we're working with her for her owner, who'd like her back, and she's got her share of difficulties, mostly because she's green. And that sounds a funny thing to say because, she's clearly had work of some kind, but within that there is a greenness because there's a lack of straightness, and also there's a lack of confidence, a tremendous lack of confidence when it comes to the rider. So she thinks she's got life worked out, and she thinks she knows all the answers and that she knows best. And what she does, amongst other things, I'm hoping she'll do it today, is every so often she starts to wiggle just to see if you're there. And as she starts to wiggle, the head comes round. See, like the head's coming round. See, and she's thinking of doing, because what she did when she first came was she spun a lot, and that was one of the chief reasons that she came to us, because obviously it's not very comfortable, to have your horse spinning on you. So we've got over the spin, so unfortunately can't really show you that. But however, she slows up, and she's always looking. Look, she's always looking like this, and what that is a excuse me, it's a preamble to thinking that they really rather not go. So she's quite hurried and rushy the further away from home we go, but within that she's not really going forward. And that's an interesting thing, because people think, oh yeah, look at this horse go, and horses can go and be appearing to go quite fast, but they're not actually truly going forward mentally. That's what I mean. So they're always they're going fast, but looking fast for a way out. Now the other thing she does is she pulls the reins down violently, not at the start of the ride, halfway round or on the way back. She'll start to really yank the reins through my hands, and you can see I've got her on quite a loose rein here. My legs are really like wrapped around her sides, and it's my legs that are going to on her all the time, that are going to eventually give her the confidence, because they're always talking to her, always telling her that I want her to go forward. So don't mind her walking slowly, because it's better that she's not hurrying, because she will hurry later. But I really want her to just have this forward mentality. So she lacks confidence. Every so often on the way back she'll bear down really strongly with her head, really try and yank the reins through my hands. And what that tells me, here she goes again, always looking round, always trying to, as the young people say today, buoy it off. And what this pulling of the reins suggests to me is that somebody has ridden her with quite a strong contact, and she expects to be pulled and held in, and that's her way of getting out of what she perceives as not nice contact. Now you can see that I'm trying to walk in the middle of the road, and her body's going one way, her head's going another. She's trying to turn round. Look, she's going all over the road. She's going like a young green horse, and this is really such a basic thing, that the horse can walk in a straight line. Yeah, she's light and all this, that and the other, but yeah, she's not baby green, but like young horse green, and she's not settled in her mind. There's a lot of anxiety there to work through. So she responds very accurately to where your energy is. So, and you've only got to move a muscle in this saddle, and it sets her off. And for a horse like this, you need to really have yourself, make sure you breathe regularly, don't hold your breath with a mare like this, and have the boldness. I mean, she's not a coward, but she's anxious, so you need that boldness that she lacks, so that she eventually starts to get the confidence from the rider. Now, the other thing is, she's like, because of her anxiety, she's like a homing pigeon. So when she knows we're going home, what she likes to do is jog all the way home, and there's nothing more frustrating, because you know the horse doesn't really want to be on this ride. It can't wait to get back home. So actually I've stopped. She doesn't really do that. Look at her, trying to, just as I'm talking, because I'm concentrating on her, but also I'm thinking of what I'm saying. So she's not quite sure that I'm with her. Yeah, so she likes to jog home, but we've got a solution for that. And the other thing that I'm hoping she'll show today, because it's always probably of interest, people have said, well, what happens, you know, when they're not going nicely? Well, hopefully we'll see something today with Madame Bella, and that's, I think people have spun her around in circles, or without meaning to perhaps, so that, you know, when she's not doing something, they've spun her around in circles. So then she associates that with, I don't know, trying to look for a way out. So on the circle right, particularly, she kind of naps, and if you don't let her whiz off the way she wants to go, she refuses to go anymore and starts going backwards pretty fast, actually. Not exactly trotting, but yeah, she can reverse quicker than any horse I've ridden lately. Yeah, no, you need to look where you're going, not back at where you've come. And so yeah, I've got to just straighten her up. So yes, she goes backwards really quickly, and the other thing is she won't, because she's anxious, she won't keep her feet still. So all the time you're keeping the feet moving. Look at her. She's thinking, oh, look, let's go round here. Let's go round here. See, you can see she's just, yeah, there's lack of confidence when they do that, and they're just looking for a way out all the time. Yes, so the other thing is she gets all het up and very flustered, and over the top reaction when you ask her to stand. You know, when we go through the village, so there's no point taking her anywhere else at this stage. When we go through the village, she needs to perhaps stop to let a car by. Well, she stops for a microsecond, and then if you don't let her go on, she just goes backwards, but not in a straight line, with her bum straight towards a car. And it's actually dangerous. I mean, it is dangerous when a horse, you know, will do anything. I mean, she doesn't rear up or anything. Well, she hasn't done yet, but I mean, she doesn't do anything, but she'll do what she can, rather than stand still. So what I have to do is not stand still to let a car go past, but pull into a driveway or somewhere where I can, you know, let her feet keep moving, because that's the only way she can cope with life. Yeah, so she hasn't got many coping mechanisms. She's got a fragile confidence. She's very, very insecure, and yeah, I'm going to try and help her. Hiya, Jim.